Welcome back to another episode of the Drop Back Podcast. I am Bradley, as always, joined by my co-host Zane. And if you missed that last episode, go give that a listen if you haven't already. But how are you doing today, Zane?
Man, I'm doing great. All right. I mean, my team didn't win. I didn't expect to win. We already talked about that. But it was a good weekend of football. It was very entertaining. Fantasy football-wise, wasn't great. But it was an entertaining weekend of football. A lot of upsets. A lot of stuff I didn't think happened. So, I mean, it was a pretty entertaining week. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited. Good season ahead. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, my team is currently 3-0. And am I wearing? Oh my gosh, I grabbed the Juju Smith-Schuster jersey.
Did you score a touchdown?
I did. That's why I'm repping them, I guess, because I meant to grab my Minta Fitzpatrick jersey, but I just saw the 9, and I was like, okay, yeah. So I guess I'll be repping Juju in this episode. But yeah, I mean, a lot of upsets this week. I should have picked the Commanders. You were the one that was like, no, and I was like, okay, yeah, Zane's got a point. Like, there's no way.
8 points. Did you see that coming?
Yeah, no one saw that coming.
Exactly, because the Bengals defense is really that bad.
Dude, but I mean, this was Jaden's game. This was his come-out game.
He was in his bag. Like, wow.
I fell asleep watching this game, but
yeah, we were supposed to record yesterday, guys. We apologize. We had some sleeping.
Dude, I had my light on. I was like, no way, I'm about to fall asleep. Click this. Let me just lay in bed. And then I got really comfortable, and I closed my eyes for a bit too long.
Like, let me know, because I know you have to work tomorrow. I'm like, let me know if you just want to record next or tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah.
So day late because he fell asleep.
So sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. But hey, at least we're recording now.
Exactly.
At least we're recording.
What's the matter? Where do we start with these games? I guess we start from game 1, right?
Or let's start with the Bengals and Commanders, since we already touched about it. I know it's going from the latest game.
Latest, yeah. We can totally do that though. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
All right. I'll give my thoughts on it while he's pulling it up. A great game by Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, he's looking like the best rookie quarterback. Cliff Kingsbury is using him perfectly. This is exactly how a team should use him, and that's exactly how he's using him. Great game plan going into each week. They finally learned how to execute in the red zone.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a positive. Terry McLaurin, I mean, shows why he's still one of the best wide receivers in the league.
Finally. It took him so long, dude. I was worried fantasy-wise. I was picked him like round 6. I feel cooked.
He disappeared. He's like, let me step in the shadows real quick. And then he came out of the shadow. But this is the first game that I feel like the Bengals used Jamar Chase accordingly.
I really do think having Higgins back benefited Chase a lot, because that means they couldn't double Chase.
Yeah.
Which doesn't matter anyway. The Commanders' defense isn't great.
Yeah, they almost gave up the lead there.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, I texted Zane before Sunday. He already knows what text I'm talking about. Before Sunday, week 1, before the game, I texted him, I have a vision the Steelers are going to make the playoffs and the Bengals aren't. I mean, it's looking like it. If the Bengals learn how to play defense soon.
Yeah. No, well, the only team, I think it's one of, if not the only teams, to ever make the playoffs and start off 0-3 is the Texans with Deshaun Watson.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Was that in that was the 2019 season, right?
2018 season.
2018. Mm.
More on this game. Jaden, for real, like, he's rookie of the year, right? I think guaranteed right now. It's him
Oh,
and
100%.
it's him and Neighbors, and it's not close. That is it. That is the only two. Jaden looks like he should have gone number one, I guess, right now. But truly, I think actually both teams made the right pick where they were. Um, you were lower on Jaden, weren't you?
I
I,
was. I was lower on Jaden. I was crossing my fingers that you weren't going to bring that up.
I know, but you're gonna bring up stuff I don't want to talk about either. Stuff. You know Zach Moss scored that touchdown in the last play, in the last
uh,
couple plays, the last few minutes.
yeah.
My Jack turned 21 yesterday, and he did his first bet. He did Zach Moss and Jaden Daniels, Jamar Chase, and Bijan Rob or yeah, no Brian, not Bijan, Brian Robinson touchdowns. Okay. Obviously, going into the fourth quarter, Moss hadn't scored a touchdown. He pulled the bet, got $50. Moss in that last drive scored a touchdown, and he would have gotten 275.
Oh, that is brutal.
I was like, oh. I told him to pull though because he was still up $50. It's like
Yeah, I mean you're still winning no matter what.
exactly, exactly. Also, how many touchdowns does George Pickens have this year? Just
I don't
random.
think he has any.
Dang, Fred Scott has more touchdowns than George
Oh
Pickens.
my gosh, he brought. He knew that answer. Wait, does he? Hold up, I'm looking it up real
I
quick.
honestly had no idea. I was just waiting on your answer to see if I could fire the shot.
He had 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, wow, crazy. No, but I am seriously worried for this Bengals team defensively. Offensively, Burrow looked great in this game, I thought. No real issues. I didn't see any true mistakes. Chase Brown looked good. Moss looked good. Um, the line honestly didn't look bad. I didn't get to watch a lot of this game. I'm sure there was a couple run stuffs in there and everything. Um, the line didn't look bad. I really don't see why the Bengals lost this game other than defense.
Well,
As long as you win 3 points, you shouldn't lose.
in the first half, it just didn't look like the Bengals really got their offense going at all. Um, that's what I saw from it.
I mean, that makes sense.
And Orlando Brown got injured too,
I thought it was Trent Brown.
or Trent Brown. I even said it whenever he got injured. I was like, "Oh, Orlando Brown's down," and then
Trent Brown
yeah,
sucks anyway.
yeah.
Sorry. As he's a former Patriot, he was awful. Mims came in and he allowed a sack. I don't want him to touch up on.
Yeah.
You didn't like Mims, did you?
No, he's Georgia guy.
Mims came in, got allowed a sack. Just looks like he tried to push him off to the guard, and the guard wasn't there. It wasn't a good move. It was a rookie mistake in his first game. I'm not gonna weigh too heavy on it. It's just your first game. Um, let's see. Frankly, this just Bengals team looks devoid of talent on the defense. If I'm them this offseason, I'm gonna try and bring back Higgins if possible, and then try and fill up that talent on the defense a little more. Your wide receivers, Chase looks great. Yoshivash, I called him Yoshi by text, by the way. I didn't know if you were gonna get that.
Oh
Um,
no, I had no idea who you're talking.
yeah, he looks like people are saying like he's filling that Tyler Boyd role, and honestly, it kind of seems like it. They just need Higgins. Higgins' first game back, he didn't look terrible. Like that's what I'd expect from game one.
Would
Out of anybody.
would you, if you were the Bengals, would you be willing to give up Wiggins for like a high end defensive end or edge
Higgins?
rusher?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean high end for sure. Like wide receivers are easier to find than a lot of positions. I don't know why I have to explain that so much to people.
yeah,
The top 230 wide receivers, you're fine. Like you are genuinely fine as a team. You might not be great, but if you have a couple of good wide receivers, two great wide receivers, you are totally fine. Or if you have
yeah,
one really good wide receiver, you're fine. But if you have like this is the Bengals case, you still have Chase. You're fine. You can find somebody else. This draft has a couple of good players in it.
yeah.
Which I'll start doing those scouting reports sooner or later. I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna give it to like week 7, week 8 though, just because like I need more film, as much film as possible for
That's
these guys.
completely fair. Yeah. Do you think the Bengals can still make the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, hold on, let's look at their schedule. I
Yeah.
think that's definitely a topic of discussion right now because I am a little concerned. Okay, start off 0-3. They play Carolina, right? If you don't win here, you're done. They'll play
Yeah.
Baltimore.
That Carolina is a must-win game.
These next 4 games are must win.
I wouldn't say.
Next 3.
I would say Carolina and the Giants. You have to win, no matter what.
Against Baltimore too, though, because you're at home, and that's a tiebreaker in the playoffs, like to make the playoffs. So you have to beat Baltimore at home.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean,
Burrow, by the way, looks progressively better every week, and Chase Brown looks better
100%.
over, and Chase looks better every week.
The thing about the AFC North, it's just the two best teams in this division, quote unquote, are not the two best teams
Right now.
right now. And on what I've seen from them, I honestly think I'd rather have the Steelers than the Bengals or
Roster-wise, maybe.
Ravens.
Defensively, yes, for sure, 100%. Fields actually looks phenomenal though.
Oh, 100%. Fields, beautiful.
The Bengals, if they had a defense, could have won all 3 of these games. All of these games came down to like little nicks and knacks in it. It's coaching right now, in my opinion, that's like losing them these games.
Which, yeah, if you don't make the
lighting you up for it.
If you don't make the playoffs, you got to fire Zach Taylor.
I'm not gonna say it, but I was trying to set you up for it. I could see they could go 3-3 and then 3-4, 4-4, 5-4.
No, I'll even say if you make the wild card and lose in the wild card, Zach Taylor's gone. Because you were a Super Bowl team 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you just haven't even.
7. I could see 10-7 out of this team, maybe 11-6. Look at the schedule, man. It's not as bad as they can beat Cleveland. They can beat.
I mean,
they can beat this Philadelphia team. They're gonna lose to Baltimore.
They can't. Oh, Philadelphia is a harder one.
I don't know. It depends on how healthy they are. They barely beat Saints and everything. They're barely beating teams, and their defense doesn't look as good as people hoped.
And then the Browns, that defensive line could destroy that offensive line.
Sure, it could. It could, though.
Philadelphia, just a better, well-rounded team.
Maybe.
Las Vegas, the edge rushers could really destroy. Ravens, just a better team.
Ravens will win. It's division games, though. Division games are a different equation than a normal game.
Yes.
Usually pretty competitive.
Wait, other than I think a Thursday night game previously it happened, if I'm thinking correctly. Wait, who played this past Thursday that was a divisional game?
Don't talk about it. We have a backup quarterback in. I don't want to talk about it. It was competitive in a sense. Like, we had chances to get back in that game, and we did not take them. Not a coaching thing, that's a QB thing.
Oh, I think Jared Mayo's doing a fantastic job.
I do too. I think if people say he's sucking, I'm like, you're an idiot.
Like, look at that roster. Come on now.
It's like I love my team, but like, man, that offensive line is like Swiss cheese.
Yeah. You let 22 pressures, you're cooked.
You're cooked. People trying to defend it, I'm like, just stop. Just no more.
Yeah, like, what is Jared Mayo about to go do? Like, go in and block for him?
Was he going to be blocked for him? Goes on the jersey. But seriously, back to this game. I do want to compliment Jaden Daniels one more time. To only have thrown 2 incompletions this entire game is phenomenal. out of a rookie, and you don't. He has the highest completion percentage of any rookie QB ever in one single game. And I'm gonna pull this clip up. Let me do it. I just want to see this throw. He had some disgusting throws. Like
Oh, his deep
I,
ball was beautiful.
his deep ball, like that was one thing I always did compliment on was his deep ball. Um, Terry just got right by Cam Taylor Britt, which was not okay. Corner,
Did,
corner
did
was
you
one.
see? Did you see what Cam Britt said before the game?
Yeah, I know. It was just not okay. Let's see. Obviously, he ran it in.
Gave a offensive lineman.
The big man touchdown. I love that though. I don't care what team it is. I
Yeah,
love it every time. Here, this dude, he stood the pocket.
that was a perfect throw.
Perfect throw to Terry McLaurin. I don't blame the defender at all on this play. That was a perfect throw. Jaden got hit on the throw. He
That's
just
pass
like
interference.
no.
No?
Yes. Okay. I didn't see the other one. My fault. Yes, it is. Yeah, that I would have classified that. But there's been several pass interference calls not called
Yeah.
versus called that
The rest of the season have really sucked.
have been bad. I'm starting to question everything with them.
Um, yeah, it's just bizarre.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Um, yeah, let's move on to the next game. This was just a phenomenal game. Both teams, like obviously better game by the Commanders. Just yeah. I'll go to your game next.
Talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
This is the most amount of points we've scored in a game this year, which is really depressing. But hey, Justin Fields looked incredible. Probably one of the best games of his career. Tony Romo, what?
He looked like a pocket passer.
It was like that. I was so impressed with that, and he didn't run it every time. Like whenever he had a open guy,
Yeah.
he threw it to him. He didn't tuck down the ball and run. But that interception was a fluke. He threw it a little late, but it was just like a big bobble.
Gotcha. Hate those.
Our defense looked great as always. We only allowed -5 yards in the second half. Something about our second half off defense is just it's crazy.
Why did Heineke come in?
Justin Herbert got injured.
Well, he was already injured before the game, so I'm sure he was.
Oh yeah, he re-injured.
Gotcha. They were just being careful. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Chargers defense is it's pretty solid.
It didn't look bad. I mean,
it's really.
There was just looked like not even like a fluke touchdown by Calvin Austin, just like a. It was just a good ball and a good.
It was just a beautiful throw.
You got to a speedy wide receiver, and so you couldn't catch him.
Yeah, I mean, Calvin Austin had a big game, and this could be, hey, wide receiver too. But if the Steelers really want to make a jump in the playoffs and actually be one of the best teams in the league, you have to get another wide receiver. There's no ifs or ands about it.
Is this guy from the Panthers that's available right now? I hear. He had a pretty good game this past week.
No, I think he'll like cry and not really a big team player. It's all about himself.
I see. Interesting.
Just what I got from last week. What I got for last week. Quentin Johnson scored a touchdown.
I wanted to say that. Yes.
It was a blown coverage. It was awful deep.
Thoughts?
Is
this a breakout?
I mean,
yeah. Actually, I think he's had a touchdown every game. I'm here for it though. I mean, if the guys.
I think, yeah. I remember whenever he was getting hyped up.
Because he's a freak. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling him up.
Yeah, it's.
He's a freak. Okay. Um, like 6'4", 215, and he's got solid speed. I don't think he did anything in game 1, and then in game 2 and 3 he's stepped up
Yeah, he definitely took a step up.
this season.
They really couldn't get any offense going at all in this game. They couldn't get the run. The passing was all right when Justin Herbert was in. Um, yeah.
Jalen Warren, what are you doing?
He's injured. He's dealing with an injury.
Okay. Still.
And we have Arthur Smith, so.
Oh, okay. So
You,
the
you already know.
yeah.
But Cordell, like, he showed up at the end of the game.
I was like, what are y'all doing letting a 35, 32, 33 or there it goes, 33-year-old Cordell Patterson run through your team like that? That's crazy.
Dude, he was hitting the right gaps at the end of the game. He sealed the game for us.
No, he did good. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any last thoughts on that game before we move?
Not really. It's just the same Steelers game, but a different week.
I'm very proud of Fields. I am glad he has showed a lot more poise in the pocket this year. He looks like he actually has a team that can help him.
Yeah.
So.
And how good coaching goes so far.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Talking about good coaching, I'll let you go ahead.
Yes. Well, I mean, you like Brian Flores more, but yeah, Brian Flores, man. Oh my goodness. He put on a clinic against this Texans team. Oh my gosh. Stroud, okay, I don't even consider this like as bad of a game as it looks. The run game is not there, obviously. The offensive line I put into question when you're allowing 4 sacks to your starting quarterback in a game. Same with this team.
Wait, Davis Mills QB1? 93 QBR?
The QBR, all of those are dumb, and you know it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't bother with those. Diggs had a good day. Like, frankly, Diggs was not the issue in this game. Nico was not the issue in this game. Dell was not the issue. The wide receivers were not the issue. Finishing drives was the issue. Your running game was the issue. You don't have Joe Mixon. As to why you're not playing Dameon Pierce is a great question to me. Like, I'm seriously questioning this team for not playing Dameon Pierce. And I don't know, the defense just got ran through, which I was shocked. Not a good game whatsoever for this Texans team, which those ugly games do happen during the year, occasionally to good teams. Jefferson is him.
Dameon Pierce had a hamstring injury.
That's right. Okay, I knew I was forgetting something. All 3 of the top receiving options for this Minnesota team, they don't have Hawkinson and they don't have Addison. Imagine this offense with them right now. That's gonna be filth.
Okay. My big thing is because Sam Darnold is having himself a year.
Hold on. Let's look at the Sammy.
So let's say Sam Darnold continues to have the year he does. So, do you start J.J. McCarthy next year?
Well, yes. Most likely. Hold on.
Because you could still possibly be losing Brian Flores as your defensive coordinator, too.
True. All depends on how the league feels after he sued them. I would say you move on to JJ if JJ looks ready at the start of the year. Because in my personal opinion, if your QB1 or your rookie QB sustains an injury early on, they're not going to get that time to be on the field, learning the plays, doing all the stuff. So you may want to keep Sam Darnold another year, just in case, and let JJ continue to develop at the beginning of next year. Just that way, just give him the extra time he needs just in case. Because, like we see with Anthony Richardson right now, he's not ready because he didn't get a rookie season to learn, develop, and play. And now he looks like absolute garbage. Some other games, that's more coaching than
Yeah.
anything else, though.
Yeah, Houston's big problem is their offensive line.
Mm-hmm. Which it should be.
Yeah. But I'll talk about the Vikings, Brian Flores, because I've been waiting all week to talk about this. His designs are so incredible. I watched this on ESPN. Ryan Clark and two other guys were like talking about the design and trying to predict what they were calling, and it looked like a man empty. And they dropped back into Tampa 2 or cover 2, and it's just like how you have a cornerback playing safety.
Yeah. Was it
And
cover 2 man or was it cover 2 cover 2?
oh, it was cover 2.
Okay.
And it's just incredible how you do that. I think it was cover 2 man. Thinking about it.
Yeah, were they playing man or did they look like they were sitting in a zone?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
But yeah, he is cooking up a masterclass over there in Minnesota. Sam Darnold, he's cooking it up in Minnesota. We were so wrong about the putt. I think
3 teams we were wrong about this year in good and negative ways.
I think
be wrong about a team for them to prove me wrong in a good way.
Oh, 100%.
I am not glad when a team proves me wrong in the other way. I would rather a team do well and then prove me wrong in that way. Gilmore.
So,
what if I'm... Huh? When did Gilmore
wait a second. Bro, we are cooked.
Did I miss that this offseason?
Yeah, no, I like... What? Also, I had the Vikings at 3-12 or 3-14, and you had them at 5-12.
We're cooked.
Yeah, so we are officially cooked.
Okay. In our defense, Sam Darnold hasn't looked good ever, and you lose your starting QB.
Yeah, and they have a tough schedule, and they're proving that they're here. But yeah, there's not much else to say.
He signed on August 19th.
Oh, like right before the season.
Yeah, so we weren't going to see that. We didn't know. That's actually really the reason the team's doing so well.
Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, they actually look like they have a good corner room overall. So they work. Overall, pretty good. Let's see. I don't know. Ginkle looks great. Their linebackers look awesome. Like I really do think actually they look a lot better defensively than I thought they would. I'm excited for this Minnesota team, especially next year. I hope McCarthy looks like he's good. Like, it might take him a couple weeks because you're not getting your rookie year like I mentioned. But, yeah. No, this was just a good performance by the Vikings.
Yeah.
Next game. The next game we're going to is the Eagles and Saints. Man. Okay. Couple thoughts. Jalen Hurts has not looked great this year, has he? Like, what do you think? If you're talking or not, I can't hear you. Oh, technical difficulties. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, Jalen Hurts just hasn't looked good this year to me. He's in the negatives. I'm pretty sure passing.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now.
So, okay.
good.
Sorry.
He has more interceptions than he does touchdowns. He's looking great passing yards wise, but everything else it's worrisome. Low key, the Saints team almost kicked their butt, which is again worrisome. I didn't think the Saints were anywhere close roster wise. Saquon kind of bailed out this Eagles team pretty heavily, and he's looking phenomenal this year. Obviously, first in yards, second in carries, first in touchdowns. Looking like a top back in the league right now. Dallas Goedert had a show-out game without AJ Brown there, which was just awesome for me, at least fantasy-wise. And then
Dude, they had to go into 12 personnel at the end of the game. Just have 2 tight ends out there like the entire game.
It worked.
After Smith went down, yeah.
I mean, it worked. Jahan Dotson doesn't look like he's going to do anything this year.
First, second round pick.
Yeah. Crazy. Chris Olave looked like wide receiver 1 finally for this the Saints team because Shaheed, he wasn't going to get any deep stuff against this Eagles defense. So when a team can't have a busted coverage, Shaheed's not going to do as much. So Olave finally showed out, and he kind of carried Carr today or this game. Kamara had a good day overall. I don't know. Neither team could really get anything going. Saquon obviously just carried that team, and Derek Carr led their touchdown drive.
Yeah.
Carr's interception, I feel like low key. It wasn't like when it happened. It was just, I feel like it cost him the game.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, yeah, he is. He holds on to the ball too long and runs around, and then he makes a bad decision. And it's like, well, if you're gonna hold on to the ball that long, make a good decision. Yeah, make a play out of it.
Let me ask you a question. So our run first quarterback's a bad thing?
Well, I mean, to a point, yes. But Jalen Hurts is standing back there, and you have to find the middle ground. You have to find the middle ground, when to run it, when not to.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jaden or Josh Allen or Mahomes. And that's why all these quarterbacks are significantly better than Jalen Hurts, other than Jaden Daniels. It's because they make great decisions. When they hold the ball for eternity, they make a play out of it. Jalen Hurts does not make a play out of it. He can, and he has, but he just doesn't.
He's the only reason this team actually won the game. Like, he's the only reason they were in this game at all. If he doesn't break that 60-yard run, Saints win this game.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like, it's very easily, like, their ball game. It was their game to lose, and they lost it.
Yeah, it was a great defensive performance from the Eagles, though.
Both teams. I don't think the Eagles lose this matchup with A.J. Brown, but...
It's crazy how big of a jump the Eagles defense took from last year to this year.
I'm kind of like, I will say, though, I'm a little disappointed with the Saints team. They hit Smith really late. I'm like, where was the call on that?
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. But talking about the Eagles, I feel like the only thing holding the Eagles back is Jalen Hurts. And obviously the weapons.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's going to be healthy.
Not enough weapons. Or depth. Depth at wide receiver.
Yes, depth.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Because beyond Smith and Brown, if they get hurt, we're down to Dallas Goedert and Paris Campbell with Johnny Wilson.
Yeah. And Hurts just has to make better decisions with the football.
I agree. He has not looked like the QB we wanted him to this year, honestly. I don't know. I don't have much thoughts on that game.
Yeah. Before we get into this game, I did not really watch this game.
I did not get to watch a lot, but I got to tune in a little bit. Um, Bo Nix finally didn't make a bad decision. Did not pull a Will Levis. He looked good, looked solid in the pocket, knew when to run, knew when to throw. He didn't throw a touchdown, but he led like 3 touchdown drives for this team. Uh, I'm worried about the running back room. Besides, no, actually, I'm just worried about this running back room. Period. None of them look great. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of worried about it. Let's see. Hold on.
If I had to take an assumption from this game,
Hmm.
is this Broncos team or defense finally was consistent. Like they haven't been this whole year, and finally stepped up and stopped this Buccaneers offense.
Yes, exactly. This Broncos defense is good. I always thought they were going to be fine. It was more like I'm worried about the offensive line and the playmakers, and that still holds true. When Lil Jordan Humphreys, love him, um, is your wide receiver too, I'm going to be worried about that on the stat sheet. I mean, like that's just not going to cut it.
And plus, this Broncos team going into the season, Broncos fans are at max hoping for 7 wins,
Yeah.
if that. Getting 5 or 6 wins is a win for the Broncos this year,
Hmm.
and Bo Nix showing some things.
Which he's showing things right now. In my opinion, if you're the Broncos and you see Bo Nix right now, you just want to get him a playmaker. You want to get him playmakers right now.
Yeah,
So draft comes around, I'm gonna draft a kid like Jermaine or Burton or whatever his name is. Not Jermaine Burton, Luther Burden. Yeah, Luther Burden. That's his name. I would draft a kid like that right now, like for Bo Nix, because he just needs a playmaker.
yeah.
I mean, you
Um,
have Sutton, but Sutton ain't
if
gonna work.
so, yeah. Um,
As for this Bucks team, okay, Evans was kind of locked down by Sertan all game, so I'm gonna give him a slight pass because he did have CB1 on him.
so Sertan locked down Evans. Pickens took over Sertan. So Pickens is a better wide receiver than Evans all time. Confirmed here.
Hold on, I'm reaching. I don't know. I'm worried about this running back group. White hasn't looked like himself. I hear he's injury, like he has an injury right now. So Bucky Irving's coming in, and we're looking wrong about Bucky Irving right now. He just didn't look good in anything like I watched out of him. A lot of it just looked like dumb stuff, but I guess it worked. Um, Godwin breakout is back. I guess Godwin's on a contract here. He wants to get paid. Patriots, if you want to go get a wide receiver and you pick Chris Godwin, I'm okay. Like I'm okay with that. Like I would genuinely be like happy with it. So go do it, please. That's my little plea of the day.
Yeah, if I was any of these free agents for the Buccaneers, I would leave this team because this is truly their last hope.
Yeah, they are like slowly but surely getting worse and worse because they got to fill with young talent and they haven't yet, which they're gonna get there. I mean, you have a guy like he didn't do much this game, but like McMillan looks solid for a rookie. Um, you don't have other wide receivers besides that, but you can still find them. Like you have time. You have a young running back group. Baker, he's under contract for a while. This defense, I think, needs some younger talent, of course, obviously. You're going to be able to find that eventually, though. And, yeah, I don't know. The O line's got some work it's needing, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see. They got 7 sacks in this game on Baker. That's what did it. They got through. So the O line is what was a worry. Um, But this Broncos defense came to play, so good on. Good job, Broncos. As Russell Wilson once said, Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Next game. I think this is my favorite game of the week. This made me feel better about my game. Did you watch this game or no?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malik Willis might have a starting job sitting somewhere next year. Low key.
I mean, they're using Malik Willis as.
He's supposed to be used. I said it. He was my QB1 for the class that year.
They're using him perfectly. Run heavy team
Yes.
and let Willis cook whenever.
Yes, exactly. I mean, none of the wide receivers had a great game, but like you didn't need to. You really didn't need to do much in this game.
And I thought after Jordan Love got injured, I thought the wide receivers were gonna not look as good because of the connection that Love built with them. But no, I was wrong.
They didn't look as good as they did with week 1, but like they
Oh
still
yeah.
looked good. Like the running back group looked good too. Willis looks phenomenal in his game. Levis, on the other hand, I blame him for that interception, or the interceptions. I don't blame him for the fumble. The fumble was not his fault.
Will Levis is a problem. I
I
don't think he's the quarterback anymore. I truly do not think he is starting worthy quarterback.
I'm questioning it, but I'm also questioning the offensive line as well. You have no run game.
Yes, the offensive line is horrendous over in Tennessee, and you thought it would take a step because you hired a offensive line head coach, and you drafted a guy, J.C. Latham.
The side looks great. It's the side he's on. It looks great.
But it's just not as good as you thought it was going to be, and Will Levis back there making horrendous decisions.
I saw the read on the pick 6. I didn't disagree with it from the angle. Because he couldn't. I don't think he could see.
But you got to play smart football. Like he just.
It was a dump off play. So you're just. He literally just went up, back, and then you just dump it off. He didn't see Jair sitting here because the offensive lineman, which he should have seen him. Or it was like the safety. There was like something in the way here from when I watched it, and I was like, oh, I see what he saw. And in that case, it was a good play, but obviously ended up causing a turnover, pick 6, and all that. The fumble, I really don't blame on him. He had, in my opinion, he had true 2 turnovers. Truly, not a horrible game, not a great game, not a horrible game. Like statistics wise, those look bad. He took 8 sacks. Okay, hold on. No. I blame the offensive line. I'm going to stand by my statement. I blame the offensive line. 8 sacks in a game doesn't.
Okay, Will Levis's EPA per dropback this year is 31st.
I mean, yeah.
So Will.
You're cutting out. FYI. Yeah, you're cut out.
Yeah, Will Levis is the problem.
I do think he is hurting this team right now. But I do think if he had time to actually breathe in the pocket, not get rattled, and actually be able to make throws on a consistent basis, which goes for all the young QBs, he would be okay. But you can't get hit 8 times in a game. Or your QB, if you expect your QB to get hit 8 times in a game and then be okay and make good decisions afterward, you're not seeing the game right. Again, and if you can't get a run game going, you're going to lose a game. Pollard had 6 carries. Like, there is no run game in this game. At least they were getting Spears on dump-offs going, but you needed to do that earlier in the game. I was watching, a lot of that came later. This run game, seriously, why'd you let Henry go? I'm disappointed.
I'm glad that it was smart.
I mean, it
was the smart thing. It's not worth it. You should never pay a running back.
That's the guy from the Rams they traded for. That was a great pick.
Yeah, and it was for like a 6th round pick too. That was
Their
the
defense,
crazy.
again, I don't think their defense was an issue in this game. Um, truly, like truly an issue. I do think obviously Levis, the fumble, not blaming him on the fumble, but he's got issues. He got stuff to fix. But you can't let your QB get sacked 8 times. Like you know what I'm saying though. Like
Yeah.
Fields gets sacked 8 times. Are you gonna expect him to have a good game?
No.
Yeah. Like I'm putting it in my QB perspective. I'm not gonna expect my guy to have a good game if he gets sacked 8 times. I mean, technically, he only missed 6 throws.
You mean 8?
No, you mean 6. He threw 2 to the other team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a positive. Titans fans love to hear that, I bet.
I know that was more for me. I still think I will believe in Levis for the rest of the year. I'm gonna give him this year, but
I'm
when he
not.
gets benched, I'm done. I give a QB 2 years at least, and then I stop.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same story, different game for the Browns.
It's so dumb. Both these teams. I'm so disappointed in the Browns in this game.
Daniel Jones is slowly stepping back up.
Thank goodness. Well, no. Hold on. It's not him. It's Malik Neighbors.
But
Like, really and truly, it's all Malik Neighbors getting like he's making big boy plays right now.
I mean, who's throwing the football to him though?
I mean,
Danny
Deshaun
Dimes.
Watson could throw the football to him and be fine.
I don't know. I actually don't know about that statement.
Hold on. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Amari Cooper. Yeah,
Neighbors is
Amari.
Neighbors is
Amari's.
nuts. He is one of like look at this. As a rookie wide receiver, tied for the most touchdowns receiving touchdowns, second in receptions, and fifth in yards. As a rookie.
Dude,
Him. He cut out.
I was big into with. I was big on Neighbors. I think we both were. I think he was closer to wide receiver one than any quarterback was to Caleb.
Yeah, he was closer to wide receiver 1 than he was wide receiver 3. I think would be
Oh,
fair.
100%.
The fact that Giants fumbled the ball 5 times in this. No. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Fumbled 3 times. Okay, I understand. Oh, I see why the Browns lost. Okay. Um, they fumbled 3 times and still won. So they had 2 actual turnovers, right? The Browns had 2 actual turnovers. Watson got sacked 8 times. There it is. I see your issues, Browns. There you go. Obviously you don't have Chubb. Okay, I was just trying to figure out what was wrong with this game. Like what
Deshaun
Daniel
Watson.
Jones. Well, yeah, Deshaun Watson.
I, I truly don't think the offensive line is that bad
No,
as the
it's not.
stat sheet.
No, but you still shouldn't have 8 sacks on the board. I will give Daniel Jones some credit, like you were saying. He actually looked good.
Hold on.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. This Browns defense looks good. This Giants defense looked awesome. They were just tearing apart this team. Who had multiple? Who had 2? Dexter Lawrence. Of course he had 2. Brian Burns had 1. Like I said, I did tell you this though. Like this Giants defense was going to be awesome. I didn't know about their offense, but their Giants defense I figured was going to be awesome during the year. But yeah, is it still cutting out for you, or is it back? We're having these technical difficulties. If y'all missed it last week, go check out that video. Let's see. Are you? It's still out. It's still out.
Really need to get this fixed.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know what it is. Is it a mic?
I don't either. Um, but Deshaun Watson's time to throw
I do need to hear this.
is 2.8 per second
Yeah.
or for drop back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tied ninth it's ninth in the league.
Okay, so he's to blame. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
EPA per drop back. Let's see where Deshaun Watson is. 28th. Yeah.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson is horrendous.
Yeah. Hey, Browns fans, we were right. Mm-hmm. That's right. I'll say it.
Yeah.
There we go. Hold on. Sorry, boys and girls. Um. Yep. Nope. Nope. I think this is a game.
It's the cord. I found the issue.
It's the cord coming in and out just a little bit.
Yeah, like whenever I move my mic or headphones. So next episode, I'm gonna try something else.
All right. All right.
But yeah, nothing else for me to say on this.
Other than just Deshaun Watson, we were right. I'm curious to this game for you. Where are you sitting?
I feel defeated.
So what?
I feel defeated ultimately. That's how I'm feeling. How can I trust Anthony Richardson anymore? One play, one throw. I'm still a believer of Anthony Richardson. Don't celebrate quite yet. I still believe in him. Hopefully, one throw. It's a beautiful throw, like a beautiful dot. Next throw, it's what are you doing? How did you just throw that pass so horrendously poor?
Caleb Williams right now, but he had to throw 52 times. 20. Okay, 52 times you're throwing 2 picks versus 20 times and you threw 2 picks. I'm a little less upset with Caleb, and his offensive line was worse, so I'm a little less upset with Caleb.
I am.
He at least threw 2 touchdowns, right?
It is year one for Caleb, but like,
I'm a little worried.
I'm a little worried.
I'm not worried, but I'm like worried in the sense like
There's like he came in as a generational talent,
yeah,
and
which he's just going through hiccups. Which honestly, I blame a lot on this offensive coordinator, which we did say was coming into the year was he was going to be horrible. Odunze looked great. He also looked like a great pick. The 3 rookie wide receivers, I think right now are like leading the no. Okay, don't quote me. This was his only game he's done anything.
yeah, I was about to say Roma Dunda. This is what's his
Statistic I
big
saw
game.
like they have the most EPA yards in the air or something.
Oh,
The 3 rookies do, and I was like, dang, crazy. I don't know. Bears should have won this game, really and truthfully. Jonathan Taylor's carrying this Colts team right now. I'm really mad that Pittman isn't more involved with this team.
yeah, I'm honestly surprised at it.
Yeah, no, it's just not cutting it for me right now. I don't know. This Bears team should have won this game. I think it came down to defense, which came down to the sacks, and which is an issue for the Bears right now, honestly. Latu looks good. He really does. He looks like
Looks phenomenal.
yeah, he looks like a good pick. Understandable first round pick then. So I don't know. Richardson didn't look good. He's still at a 50% completion percentage. He only less than 200 yards. It's horrible. Like I'm just not. I'm a hater. All right, I'll stay hating. Caleb, I'm not. I'm really. Hold on. I'm okay. I'm a little worried. A little worried.
He is his EPA per dropback. His deep ball is worrisome, but his EPA per dropback is 28th, I believe, or 27th. Okay. No, it's 30th. Sorry.
30th. Okay. 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 30th. Okay.
Sorry,
I'm
it's
calling it. Hey, I was gonna say rookie hiccups. I mean, this is his
uh,
second game so far.
it is. He is a rookie. Um, I will give him that.
Yeah, you gotta at least give a quarterback 24 games, at least, at the bare minimum, 24 games. That's not even 2 full seasons, but that's the
I wouldn't say 24. I'd say if they're looking horrendous.
no, because if you're spending a first round pick on a quarterback, you have to be patient. You gotta give him
So,
at least. Uh,
so you think the Browns should have gave more time for Johnny Manziel?
okay, different situation.
No, no.
Play, fair play, fair play. They didn't spend a first overall pick on him though.
This is the game I'm very excited about.
Let me have it. Okay, but it was more so I just wanted Andy Dalton to suck so that Bryce would look good, and
we had this whole discussion last week
I just
about
wanted Bryce to not be the problem.
Bryce just doesn't look downfield. Bryce just doesn't
You're right.
know.
You're right.
He gets nervous. He gets like too much. I strictly do think it's in his head, and him just not being able to look downfield.
He looks. He just doesn't look like he has any confidence in himself.
Yeah, and that's a big downfall for him.
It is probably the biggest downfall of a quarterback. If you aren't confident, you're not going to make throws.
Oh, 100%.
Um,
And I guess there's some. He's just not confident in his ability.
right now, he's just worried because of last season and how last season went. He's probably shot right now. So
But
I guess sitting him for a while, letting him sit behind Dalton, hopefully Dalton teaching him. I really hope if they are doing this right, Dalton is teaching him how to be better. And I hope
I
that's it.
this was a revenge game for
Who?
Andy Dalton.
How?
Marvin Lewis. He used to be the Bengals head coach, and he's now the Raiders assistant coach.
Reach. The only QB this season with 3
So I think he locked in.
yards and 0 interceptions, by the way, was Andy Dalton. Through 3 weeks. That's crazy.
No, we're not talking about 2015.
No, it's not. Which we look bad about Andy Dalton right now, but
No, I look perfectly fine.
we're both not.
I wasn't 100% on him, but I was like, okay, it was a smart decision to bench Bryce Young.
I thought it was smart. I just hated it at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I just didn't want to see it for Bryce. That was kind of the direction I was coming from.
Yeah.
I think it could screw up your QB. So that's where I was more so at. Hey,
I mean, I'd be willing to trade him.
I mean, if you're gonna trade him, just do it. The QB class coming up is no better than what you have right now. I was just curious the stats wise. Hey, but your boy Deontay Johnson looked great. I do think that if Bryce learns how to open up and look downfield, this team will be okay. Otherwise, they're cooked. So, yeah, I mean that's kind of my final thoughts. Other than this Miami team is screwed. That's pretty much my thoughts on this game. This Miami team is done.
Yeah, Skylar Thompson might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen play football.
Yeah, I 100% agree. He is one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen play football, and I don't know how he even got a roster spot. How we got a roster spot over Mike White? I don't know. Sad. Gino didn't look great in this game either. I'm saying.
Yeah, but hey, he did what he had to do.
He did.
They won the game.
Yes. DK kind of. I mean,
that first quarter was so big. It reminds me of the 49ers game, or the Cardinals game last week.
Yeah.
They had a great first half, or first quarter, and then nothing really happened after that.
You didn't need to when their best quarterback available is Skylar Thompson. I mean, you're screwed. you're not gonna get anything done. Like this Miami team is done until Tua comes back, which at the earliest I hear is week 8, so their season's over.
Sign a free agent. Sign a quarterback.
Trade for somebody. Sign. Like yes, exactly.
Hold on. I want to see who's in free agency right now in quarterbacks.
I don't think there's anybody great.
Okay. Okay, well.
Who's available? Nobody. They would trade for Jameis Winston at this point. They're like somebody on the Browns. They have 4 quarterbacks or something. Is Tyler Huntley available? No, that doesn't.
No, he's so best quarterbacks: Ryan Tannehill, Trevor Siemian, Max Duggan,
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter, PJ Walker, CJ Bedard.
I'm calling Ryan Tannehill right now.
Dude, yeah, 100%.
Like you're probably going to what, week 8. That's probably our thing.
The Dolphins has not led a single second in the regular season either.
Tennessee's winning this game. Early prediction. Probably week 9. I don't see them winning a game. I really don't see them winning a game until after like week 10.
Yeah, if your offense looks that bad.
If you're lucky, week 10 you win a game. Assuming Tua comes back as early as possible, which is probably like week 8, which is probably not going to happen. I don't know. I think they're cooked. That's kind of my only thoughts on this game. I didn't get to watch much of it though. Did you watch this game?
Oh, the Ravens Cowboys?
Yeah.
I actually did, yes. The Cowboys defense is horrendous. The Ravens nearly choked at this game. And it was a horrendous performance by them.
Yeah.
Horrendous performance by the Cowboys defense. But the offense didn't look that great early on either. And then it finally started rolling in the fourth quarter.
His camera died.
Yeah, my camera died.
So
if you didn't.
It's fine. Stuff happens. It's okay.
Yeah, it was just a
The comeback shouldn't have happened.
horrendous.
Like this Ravens team should have done a little better. Honestly, in that fourth quarter, Lamar didn't look bad. He didn't look great.
I mean, it's a classic Ravens game though.
Yeah, I mean, none of your
up by a lot, almost choke it.
I'm concerned for the receiving room in Baltimore. Dallas's receiving room looks solid, at least the top 2. Running back, I'm concerned, of course. Dak didn't look awesome, but he didn't look bad. Actually, he did look good. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little concerned overall. Shouldn't have choked or even come close to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sorry. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, yeah.
Here you go. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Because we're already an hour in.
I mean, we're almost done. There's 4 teams in a prediction.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was about to say we could go more in depth next episode and then talk about our predictions.
Well, we have to do a prediction because we're doing the episode on Thursday night.
Yeah, but we could still talk about those games.
True.
If you want to go, but we can obviously speedrun them.
low key, like just a little speed run. This game I didn't get to watch it other than Tyler didn't look bad. Marvin looks like wide receiver one. Goff looked okay. Montgomery looked great. Amon-Ra looks back, but that's all I really got to see. The defenses looked good, obviously. Defensive game more so. No real scoring after half.
Kyler Murray looks like a unit.
Still does, yeah. Even with the pick.
This Lions offense I'm worried about. They do not look the same.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, and you have Jerry Goff. Jerry Goff just doesn't look the same out there either.
Yeah, I think Ben Johnson doesn't want to have to be a head coach, so he's just looking good so he can stay with the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't get to watch much of that game, if I'm being honest. I didn't get to watch the mid-afternoon games, unfortunately, outside of the end of this Rams-Niners game, where the Brock Purdy-led 49ers choked. Mason looked good. Juwan Jennings looked like, I don't know, prime Terrell Owens. Ayuk doesn't look the same. I guess that's because he didn't practice all offseason.
Dude, he thought he was going to become a Steeler, so he wanted to act like a Steeler wide receiver.
And not do anything?
Yeah. Get paid, cry a little fit, and then suck.
Matthew Stafford is a top 5-ish quarterback in the league.
I would take him over Burrow right now.
It's not Burrow that's the issue with that team, though.
No, I still think Matthew Stafford is not significantly, but I think he's a better quarterback than Joe Burrow is.
I mean, just
100%
on him, but fair. All right, I'll allow it. Howard Williams looks great.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford is making plays with these weapons.
Yes, I got Matthew Stafford.
When Joe Burrow doesn't have Tyler,
I mean, his offensive line blocks though.
It's the Rams offensive line did not block this game.
Yes, they did. More than the Bengals offensive line did.
Well, Matthew Stafford gets the ball out like no other. He is so quick
He needs to work on
at getting the ball out.
Pull up the EPA.
Yeah, I am actually. How did he know? Oh, whoa, this is weird.
What?
So, QB pressure. Where are they? Matthew Stafford, 35%.
Bengals are like 24.
Joe Burrow, 20%, which is third best in the NFL. I fear.
That's it. Don't bring up the narrative. It's not.
This is a very unnecessary narrative and no reason to bring it up. But anytime I see an opportunity to hate on the Bengals, I gotta attack it.
Matthew Stafford, though, if the Rams season keeps looking bad and the Dolphins need a quarterback, I'm calling Stafford. But that's my opinion.
He should. Yeah, I don't think they would trade him.
No, they'd never. They'd need a first or more.
They would need Tyreek Hill and a first. That's what I'd be asking from the Dolphins.
That'd be crazy.
But yeah.
Just a great comeback though. Great win. Okay, I want to pull up a play.
Oh, brother.
So, we discussed this. Okay.
He wants to pull up a truck. Now we're a truck podcast.
Yeah, we're a truck podcast. Okay, so, hey Falcons, you stupid idiots. This is what you do on 4th and 1. Okay, anybody who watches football knows this. You could flip this because your right side's hurt. So flip this to the left, and you do this with Algier with 1 yard. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to get the first down and probably win the game. Guaranteed. The refs lost you this game.
No,
But
brother.
that narrative was true. You agreed with me before.
Yeah, I
Um,
did.
um, but my goodness, man. Like, come on. What are we doing? Bijan Robinson should have had at least 50 yards in this game. Um, Mahomes should have had 3 more yards. And Worthy should have had 1 more yard, or 3 more yards as well. I'm not saying that because my $300 parlay would have hit, but my $300 parlay would have hit. So I gotta get that.
Yeah. Awful play call at the end of the game.
But yeah, horrible, horrible. Mahomes did what he had to do. I'm not upset. Like nothing. I'm not blaming this game. Like nothing. But the refs got to do better too. Like there was a PI call that should have been called, and that was not okay for not being called.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed with that because the Falcons win that game. I really do believe the Falcons win that game if that gets called because then they run it in at the 1, and the Chiefs then would probably 3-and-out like they did before anyway. So I don't know. I yeah, I'm disappointed with a lot of this game. Um, I think the Falcons probably could have won it. The Chiefs 3 weeks in a row have come to one-score games and frankly look beatable. So I expect it sooner rather than later from a good team. Rasheed Rice, by the way, like my big thing, looks like a wide receiver one, bona fide wide receiver one for this team.
Yeah. Should he be in jail?
Yes.
Yes, but he looks like a
Well,
dog.
yeah, he looks like a dog, and he's not. So whatever. I guess it's fine.
Dude, it looks like he's going 120 out there sometimes.
He went for 120, almost 120 yards.
Uh,
Idiot. That's what he is. But
yeah.
he's good at football, so I respect it. Last game, there's nothing. This is why we're speedrunning because there really wasn't much outside of the Falcons game and the Niners game. But this game was just a blowout. Like Josh Allen's MVP. I'm questioning
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence. Um, I'm questioning Trevor Lawrence.
That interception was a horrendous throw from Trevor.
Horrible. Money May's had a completion. Let's go. I didn't watch this game after the third quarter.
I didn't really either. I focused on the Bengals game because
It was a better game.
yeah, it was. But Josh Allen MVP season. I am really concerned for the Jaguars team. I know you bring it up. Bring it up.
Okay, Mac Jones had a turnover. I'm just laughing. I am a hater. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Josh Allen's best performance of the year. Keon Coleman had a touchdown. His only reception of the game. He had a touchdown, and then I'm literally sure they just pulled him after that because it didn't matter anymore. This game was over.
Yeah. Joe Brady is cooking.
Yes, I think this Bills team could beat the Chiefs right now. They look.
Do they play this year?
Yes. He's questioning.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah, I saw it at the end.
Yeah, I see it.
Week 11.
Week 11. That'll be a good game. Yeah, no, I could see this team being the Chiefs. Honestly, this Bills team.
Josh Allen's looking like the best quarterback in the league right now.
Right now, 100% the only guy. I am a Josh Allen hater through and through always, but he's MVP right now.
Yeah.
Statistically.
0 interceptions. That's what I love to see.
You know why? Because he doesn't have to force it to Diggs. And guaranteed Diggs looks good again. So they just needed to break up. Like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. That was a good joke. Alright, I gotta give it to myself. But let that one through. Crazy. I like it.
Yeah. But this Bills defense is looking really good too. It's just If Josh Allen leads this team, I would love for Josh Allen to lead this team to the Super Bowl.
I'm okay with it now.
I think I would genuinely cry tears of happiness.
If anybody beats Mahomes, I literally have said it. I don't care. I really don't care who does it. If you beat Mahomes, you're fine in my book. So, yeah. What's the Thursday night game? Let me go ahead and pull that up.
Thursday night, it is the
Cowboys.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'm taking the Giants.
You are?
100%.
Okay. I think I'll join you on that one. I think we'll go with the upsets, shall we? Yeah, I think the Cowboys are favored. So we'll both pick Giants on this one.
It's gonna be a blowout just because we picked them now. It's gonna be like 45-7.
It's how it's worked all year. It's fine. Yeah, I think Giants are the way to go. Apologies for technical difficulties tonight, guys. Things happen.
Yes.
We'll fix this. We promise. It'll get better. Yeah, I mean, do you got any last thoughts? Again, sorry for the rush at the end, too. Okay. All right. So I just want to say thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Dropback Podcast. Be sure wherever you are listening to leave a like, follow, subscribe, or a comment. We always appreciate it. If y'all disagree with any takes or anything, let us know down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all tune in the next one, and peace out.
Peace.